like the power.
New or old motorcycle on a long trips? Which one is better? This actually is very controversial topic. Everyone has an opinion and believes that this is the only possible option until someone or something prove them wrong. Stay with me. Welcome back. If you don't know me, my name is Pavel and I am a motorcycle traveler. In this channel I usually upload anything related to long motorcycle trips. Sometimes I have got these controversial questions like today, so you might consider subscribing. Back to the question, which is better, old or new motorcycle? Now on this point, I am sure that most of you will even bet that I'm gonna say old motorcycles because I have this Yamaha Tenere which is already 12 years old. I'm gonna disappoint you and will tell you that my answer is not going to be what you expect. I will tell you everything, but be patient. Also, make sure that you watch the entire video because at the end I'm gonna give you 3 very practical tips on how to make the right choice. Let's see first what are the pros and cons of each one of the options. I will start with the new motorcycles pros. They have better design, they have better performance on and off-road. They are easy to ride, they have better seats, better brakes, better windscreens, everything is wonderful. Great dashboards, this LCD displays, a lot of buttons here. They have many different features like ABS, traction control, hill assistance and many more. They're absolutely wonderful, right? Because now they have new engines, the petrol consumption is better, the power is more, and overall the bikes are way better. And here on this point I expect so many owners of old motorcycles to stand up and say, Pavlin, this is bullshit. These bikes are this and that. I perfectly understand that. I also got old motorcycle. I don't want to insult anyone. But the reality is a little bit different. Let me tell you one personal story. I was in love with the old model of Africa Twin. I even had it for a couple of years and I really enjoyed it. It was a wonderful bike. The best at that moment, or this is what I believe. So recently a friend of mine got this Africa Twin and he spent around 2 months to rebuild it exactly as it was from the shop, with all original parts. And when I saw it, was like, wow man, just give it to me for a couple of hours. I want to remember the good old days. So I got this bike and I spent around 5 hours riding in the city, outside of the city, on the highways, on the back roads, even managed to get to some dirt roads, light dirt roads, and I enjoyed the day. But the disappointment was big, huge. And let me tell you, what I remember from before was not what I got now. The bike was so heavy. It was underpowered, even that it has 20 horsepower more than my Yamaha. I cannot feel it. And because of it was so heavy, the suspension was so weak and so soft. And I've got the feeling that the handlebar and the front will go in different directions. So I cannot really control the bike. I cannot feel it at all. And all of this is because I have some kind of memories about it, but sometimes our brains are playing games. So if you are in love with some old models, don't expect it to be perfect now, because it is always good to be open-minded, to test something new. And maybe, who knows, you might change your opinion. Just to make it clear once again, I don't want to insult any Africa Twin owners. It was a great bike and maybe still a great choice for many of you to travel, but I definitely cannot say that this is a choice for me now. I don't want to have this motorcycle now. On the top of everything, it was using like something like 7.5 liters petrol per every 100 kilometers. It is not even economical good investment in the terms of petrol. Let me give you one more example. Last year I went to Poland to test the new Yamaha Tenere 700. And as you know, I love and enjoy my motorcycle. I ride it almost every single day, and every time when I jump on it, I have a smile. I love it. But when I rode the new Tenere and I saw the difference, man, it was huge. When I jumped back on my motorcycle, I thought that something is fundamentally wrong. I thought that the bike is broken, or the engine is just too loud, or is too slow. That big the difference was. And we're talking about one model after another, 10 years difference. What about if we have 15, 20 years or maybe 30 years of difference? So you don't know what the new motorcycles mean until you try it. If you don't believe me, you can make this simple test by yourself. Go and ride some of the new models, compare it with the one that you have, and you'll understand what I mean. Alright, so far so good, but I talk only about the pros of the new motorcycles. Let's talk about the cons now. Just keep in mind that now we compare motorcycles for long trips. If the idea is to ride it only in the city and to have fun, it might be something different, but for long trips is what we discuss now. Alright, the first con and the most obvious is the price of the motorcycle. New models are very expensive, so you cannot find anything under 6,000–7,000 euros, and I'm talking about something like 500–600 cc. If you go over 1,000 cc, then we talk about 12, 14, 15 or 20, 25,000 euros. They are very expensive, which is mean that insurance after that will be also expensive if you want to protect your motorcycle with good insurance. And the second big problem that I've got, or the second big con, at least for me, is that I'm not able to do the maintenance alone. Even if you have the skills, you have to do it only in the authorized garages. Otherwise, you're not gonna have the stamp that you need, and the insurance is not going to cover and protect your motorcycle. Maybe it's not exactly the case in 100% of the dealers, but at least for those who I know, it's exactly like that. You buy the motorcycle, and every whatever kilometers you need to go to make an inspection. It needs to be in the authorized garage. They will put your stamp, and the warranty will cover everything, which is another topic for another day, what warranty actually covered, but I probably will gonna make videos like this. The third point that I have, the third problem that I have, or the third major con, is that if something goes wrong with this motorcycle, if I have a technical problem somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in the third world country, it's more likely that I'm not gonna be able to fix it, or even to find a help, because these new motorcycles, they've got a lot of electronics, and they always require a special authorized garage and a guy with computer. It might be something easy to find and easy to fix, but even if I need a simple spare parts, because the models are new, brand new, it's going to be difficult to find it. So these are the three major problems that always keeps me away from a new, and especially for complicated motorcycles. It's not that they're not good, they're wonderful, but functionality is something different. Here some of you may think that because the motorcycle is new, it's more likely that it's not gonna break. Yes, it is more likely that it will be alright, but if something goes wrong, I will stuck on the road. Even the simple things will hold me for many days. Alright, let's see now what are the pros of the old motorcycles. It looks like everything that is a con for the new motorcycle, it's like a pro for the old motorcycles. Easy to buy, easy to insurance, easy to make a maintenance by yourself, easy to fix it everywhere around the world. Based on everything that I just said, it looks like the old motorcycles are better option for long trips, because everything what is a con for a new models, it's a pro for the old models. So you can buy it cheap, the insurance is cheap, you can fix it everywhere, you can do the maintenance by yourself. That's right, but don't forget how I start the video. I pointed to you all of the benefits of having a new motorcycle. And everyone who is riding a new motorcycle can confirm you that it's a good fun and good pleasure, no doubt. So the answer is a little bit more complicated. And I'm gonna get to that just in a second, but let's make a conclusion. It doesn't matter what you're gonna buy, old model or new model, you're gonna experience some pros and cons. So what you have to look for is something completely different. So Pavel, what is the solution? Actually, it is very simple. Let me give you now the 3 tips that I have promised in the beginning. Number 1, or the most important thing that you have to look for in any motorcycle for long motorcycle trips, it's reliability. Because it doesn't matter how beautiful it is, how wonderful it is, how many features it has, if it's broken, you cannot ride it and that's it. Or as the Spanish people said, y punto. Nowadays it's so easy to find the information that you need. You can join Facebook groups, some forums, you can ask people, you can talk with so many owners and find more than enough information about the model or the brand that you decided to buy. You will know what are the pros, what are the cons, and based on that you can decide that, okay, this is the model for me or this is not for me. I plan to make these trips or that trips, this is not exactly for me. What you need is just to spend a little from your time. Make your own research, make your homework, and all of this will repay after that. The second very important point to look for is simplicity. You need a bike that is simple to use, maintain and fix if necessary. The last thing that you're gonna need on the long trips, especially far away from your country, is to have a motorcycle that no one ever even seen and cannot fix. That's for everything you're gonna need an authorized garage, and this will cost you a lot of money and a lot of time. So don't make this mistake. Even if you purchase a new motorcycle, new model, it doesn't matter, but make it or buy something simple. You don't need to take the last spaceship technologies on the wild trips in the middle of nowhere. And my last tip, number 3, is to buy a motorcycle with normal weight. I said normal, not light, because this really depends from that how you're gonna travel. If you are with pillion, if you have a lot of luggage, the light motorcycle is not going to be the right choice for you. Also, if you plan only highways, Germany, Europe, whatever, the light motorcycle, it's not exactly what you need. But you should be able, when I said normal weight, you should be able to lift the bike at least 3 times in a row alone. If you are able to do it, yes, this is the right choice for you. And now with all of this knowledge, you can go and dig into the motorcycle markets and buy exactly what you need. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and check the rest of the content in the channel. I have more than 600 already. If you don't have this time and want to shortening the process, please consider joining my online course. All the links are in the description down below. As usual, always ride safe and see you next time. Ciao.